Well, hi there everyone and welcome back to Infinity, where since last episode I have been down here. Now you may well remember that down there is my mine, is a very big cave system. I've been exploring that a lot. And it is extremely big. I spent a long time down there and eventually it runs into a mine shaft. So I spent a bit of time exploring that as well. I will be doing that again on camera when I have things like, armour and swords and useful things to explore mine shafts with. So I didn't find that much in it, but it's huge. I could see it was on the minimap. But what I did do was find quite a bit of stuff, most notably 13, unlucky for some, diamonds. I also got a load of oreberry bushes and a few other bits and pieces. I picked up a bucket of lava as well, just because, well, why not basically? I thought it might come in useful. I've made up a ton of torches as well. That was a bit of an accident. But that will do me down here just for now. Let's head on back up to... well, I suppose I can start to call it the castle, really, where I've been doing a few bits. Let's get onto this ship and have a little fly up. You can see that let's actually turn that waypoint off a second. Waypoints, I have so many waypoints, off. Turn them all off. There we go. You can see that I have continued to build that, and to be honest, it looks a bit like I've stuck a caravan on top of a hill. It looks really awful. So I am going to make a few slight improvements to that. It needs to overhang a bit, be moved around. You can also see probably here that I've started to put in a rather large wall. This will be, well, a rather large tower on the front corner facing into the town, I guess, is my plan. Let's see if I can remember how to go up. Yep, I can. Ooh. Okay, we're getting there, we are getting there. Now it's probably going to overshoot, isn't it? Oh dear, there we go. Stop. I'll get the hang of driving these things one day. And... off. Yep, that's fine. So I've also been messing around up here. You can see that I have been messing around with these things. These are just chiselled stone. I've been experimenting with different things to put into it as well. This is all just chiselled. The steps, I had apparently had a complete brainstorm because of course you can't actually chisel stairs. I don't know why. I don't know why I'd forgotten that either. But you can't. So that was a bit difficult. So these just go up here. There's nothing really up here yet. That still needs completely sorting out. So yeah, I will redo this all a little bit, but it is getting there and it is at least safe. This is a very narrow room still, so I will push it out that way a bit. It will look better. So what is the plan for today? Well, for a start, I'm going to chuck some of this iron I got into there. Hopefully I have a bit of juice left in the system. I don't have much, do I? But it should last for now. So what are we doing today? We are going to be building more machines because that is a very fun thing to do. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get rid of all my ores and all of this stuff into here, which would be useful. Natural bits, that's a tree bits technically. Tree bits. Useful bits. Tree bits. So what do I want to make today? Well, you may remember that I have been doing very much bashing out of iron plates using a hammer. I don't know if I have one on me, I don't. But that is a bit of a waste of iron when you don't really have that much iron about. So my plan is to make a machine to sort that. The machine which I want to make is called the Metalformer. Here's the Metalformer. It is not too difficult to make. It takes an electronic circuit. We have made one of those. Basic machine casings, we've made these. Toolboxes, that requires bronze. We haven't made those before. Also coils, which is just copper cable surrounded by an iron ingot. So this is all starting to get a bit buried as I am making this tower, by the way. I shall have a bit of a sort out. There is the wall. You can see that this tower will probably go down rather than up, actually, which will be quite interesting. Perhaps it will be the stairway down into the catacombs or whatever. Let's get building. What do we have? Well, we have some of this and some of this, because I'm going to need quite a few iron plates. More than my forge hammer will give me, which is why I am making, I only really need to make one, I think, more forge hammers. So this should be a lot better way of making all of these things. It is a lot slower, but it does mean you're not wasting iron. There is my basic machine casing. Right, I have 3 copper cables. I need a lot more copper cables than that. So I'm going to whack out another 4, I think. Chop them up. And I should have a decent amount of rubber about. I do. Just the right enough to make some insulated copper cable. So use those. We know the score. Do that, and you get your circuit. Now, of course, I do need a lot more copper wire. So it was a bit silly of me to turn it all into insulated, but I should have quite a bit more in there. So what I will do is nick all of it, and hopefully I have more copper to go in. I think I dug up a load. I do not see very much copper about. Interesting. One thing, that sun is going down. One thing which I do like about Infinity is that you do get a lot of ores. The ore gen seems rather good. You seem to get rather large cave systems and more than the average number of ores. I like that. So I'm actually going to need 18 of those, aren't I? So actually mining isn't as bad as it is in most, so that's good. Most versions of Minecraft, mining is just awfully boring. Right, let's get into bed, have a sleep before Creeper arrives, and see you in the morning. There we go, good morning, and I want to be over here, where I can just make a complete muck-up of it, basically, because that is always the most fun. Try doing that. Have I completely miscalculated? 3, 6, 7, 8. And 8 8s are, as everybody knows, 24. So let's grab a few more of those. Now what I do need to be careful of is not using up too much so I don't have any copper. Where is all my copper? Seriously. I'm sure I mined up tons of it. I don't know what I've done with it. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. So just like that, and like that gets us 24 of those around in a circle with 3 iron ingots will get us the 3 coils that we need. The only thing we need is some bronze plating. We are going to need 10 bronze plating. That means we're going to need 5 pieces of bronze, which means we're going to use up nearly all of our copper. So 10 pieces of bronze. I only needed 5, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a bit of a miscalculation. Double whack to get your 10 bronzes. And put them around a chest. So 1 chest, 2 chests. Gets you 2 chests in the wrong place with the bronze item casings. gets you the toolboxes. Those are useful in their own right. We are just going to use it to make one of these. Just like that, a Metalformer. Take our Metalformer and place it down somewhere. I think it will actually just go in that little hole there. Is there a cable right beneath it? There isn't, but there probably should be. I'll take you out, pull you up, put you back in, and pop in the Metalformer. So the Metalformer, it can extrude. That turns things into wire. It can roll. That flattens them, and it can cut things. So it can do pretty much everything that you can do with these tools, just really slowly and without wasting the things. So next up I think it's time to do a bit more of the old building work. Let us... I suspect this thing is completely out of power by now. How is that doing? Oh, it still has stuff in it. In that case I won't be cooking off any more stone in it. That's all cooking. Let us pop some stuff in there. All of my building stuff is up here, or should be. It is. So I have a bit of stone. Here are some of my chiseled stuff which I've been using. I'll grab that as well. So what I was thinking for the various designs was I was going to use red as sort of, I don't know, a royal colour in the castle sort of thing, and not have so much of it down there. Was my plan. I really need to make some sort of insignia to go into these walls. That is such a long drop. It is really hard to get down there. So what I will probably do now is build this wall. You might be able to tell that this wall coming round here is actually a circle. This is going to be a circular tower. Not all of the towers will be, contrary to what I normally do, but this one is, because it is sort of the big one which is going to face and come out of the side of the hill. I've got some interesting ideas for shapes changing on the way up. And I guess what I ought to really do is head on down and let's see if I've got, let me just grab one more of these. In fact, let's have a quick look at this, because I actually think I prefer the red in there to that. Because that is very nice. What I'm trying to do is find a different colour for the paths to the brickwork. And actually I think that this, you need to go. Let's get you out. There we go. I think that that actually needs to be one wider to actually match this path. So let's just grab some of the many, many stone stairs that I made. Just to match this little plaza bit, which I guess is what that is. Take all of you out and build you up like that. That makes it a rather wide stair, but I think that works. That'll probably be the main stairway coming up to this landing. There will be a big tower on the top. That'll be the centerpiece, I think, of it. So a path either going that way or winding its way round. Probably winding its way round and something digging into the hill there. Because that will be the main path going through there, I think. So yeah, I think that works. There will also obviously be an entranceway sat like here. Do we have any dirt to fill in that? We do. So what there will probably be, again, is a pair of steps. I don't really need a crescent hammer at the moment. Going up there into this actual tower. Do I like that? I think that's a bit close, you know. I think that should go one further back. Something like that. Okay, let's head on down here a second and look at my amazing building techniques. Oh, that's a drop and a half. I'll go around this way. Right, that should be the edge of that, which means that there is a little cave down here, by the way. I don't think I've ever shown you that. I have so much junk on me. I've not actually explored it yet. If there's any copper in here, that would be superb. But I don't think there is. Just a bit of salt. Probably something to do down here. Right, so for this circle we're going to go 2 out, come in by 2. And then restart going up there. Now that is just about going to go around the edge of the hill, which is fine. So these bricks won't last very long for this little task, I can tell you that much. Let's just see if we can get something going on here. So what does this look like? It is getting dark, which is a bit unfortunate, having just got down here. But creepers won't spawn on me whilst I'm actually doing this. It's just that they'll be up at the top when I go back up to the top, which will be really annoying. As a great many things are. I think it seemed to say that quite a lot. So the tower's going to come out something like that. So yeah, I think that will look pretty good. I don't know if I can get off of that at all easily. Ow. Okay. But yeah, I think I like the look of that. Let us get back upstairs and get us some kip. Now I do also have to think better about these bits. Let's get into bed first. And do let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I think it should be a paler brick on the floor, just to give it the contrast there. Because I think that does work a little bit better. But do let me know what you think. Because I think, for now, that will be the end of this episode, guys. I shall continue to get this bit built up a bit and find myself a bit of copper. So thank you very much for watching. Do leave a comment. And I hope to see you once again next time. Thank you and goodbye.